Okay, I think we are live. And I'm just going to wait to see. Okay, thank you, Diana. Hi, Diana. Thank you for joining. Just going to. Okay. Getting a playback here. Sure. Just going to close everything else. Okay. Just closing everything else so that we're not having any playbacks. All right. I think we are live. Okay. Just going to give it another minute. All right. So, first of all, happy birthday to Cybill Shepherd. And she is 75 today. And I've done several readings with Moonlighting, and about Bruce Willis and Cybill Shepherd. And I've watched a lot of interviews with Cybill over the years. I read her book, Cybill Disobedience, and, she always talks about Bruce. In her interview with us last year, moonlighting21.com, we have 6 people watching. Thank you so much. And please feel free to, comment, guys, in the live chat. Just going to say hello, guys. Hello, Blue Mooners. Okay. And we have 7. Thank you so much for joining, guys. My opinion, I think Bruce Willis is the one who got away for Cybill. She told us that she loves Bruce Willis, and she also shared that the night that her and Bruce almost made love was during the filming of the pilot. So it happened very early on that Bruce and Cybill were very attracted to each other, and they had feelings for each other. And so, she always talks about Bruce. And hi, lovely Elise. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, Philly Jojo. Thank you for joining. So, like I said, I think Bruce is the one who got away. And since this is Cybill's birthday, I thought I would do a reading asking. And I've seen, I've done several readings on Bruce and Cybill. And from what I've seen, their problems got in the way. They let the show get in the way. They chose not to go. What I've seen consistently with my tarot readings is they chose not to pursue a romantic relationship because they were afraid, as Cybill said, that they were going to be working together for a long time. And they waited. They waited and they waited, and then things happened. The show took off. And from what I saw, they were inflexible. They let other people get in front of them. And there was a very big egos involved, and didn't trust each other. And you can't really have a relationship with that kind of, situation. But still, there was love there. I truly believe there was love there on both ends from what I've seen in the cards. I saw also from the reading that I did, where the reading I did regarding the quote in Curtis Armstrong's book, Revenge of the Nerd. Bruce had said, supposedly, during, I believe, the filming of Blonde on Blonde, in the 3rd season, don't ever get involved with your co-star. And what I saw was that, Bruce at one time, I think, thought he could be happy with her. And maybe even thought he could be committed to, have some kind of commitment, some kind of romantic relationship. And there was a lot of confusion, and they talked a lot, but they ultimately did not get into a romantic relationship. So if they didn't let their problems get in the way, Would they have wound up dating, and would they have wound up committing to each other? And would it have lasted? So let's see once and for all. Let's see what the cards have to say. All right, let's see. Would Bruce and Cybill, Bruce Willis and Cybill Shepherd, if their problems had not gotten in the way, would they have gotten into a committed relationship with each other? Let's see. We have the Hierophant. So, this is about society. This is about, the show. This is Taurus energy. And it's about, what society, the reflection of society, and, the network and everything else. With the Magician, there were opportunities to manifest their relationship becoming serious. Maybe they thought too much energy with this, worrying about what, other people think, what society thinks, what the network thinks. And, they were major fodder for back in the day before social media of tabloids and whatnot. Yeah, you agree, Lovelace? Thanks. Thank you, Lovelace. All right, let's see. What else? Would they have wound up together? Knight of Swords. Like I said before, there was a lot of fast-moving communication behind, off the set between Bruce and Cybill. And there was a lot of thinking about it, and there was a lot of talk. Nine of Pentacles. There's a lot of money involved. They were both doing very well for themselves throughout the filming of the show. And they were, again, like I said in the other readings, focused more on their money and their career. All right, let's go a little bit further in season 2, season 3 here. Would they have gotten together was the energy there for them to have committed with each other once and for all? Was the energy there? Yeah, it was. The Sun. Happiness, enlightenment, possibly even the birth of a child. Page of Pentacles. This is a new beginning in work and money. Maybe they could have done another project together after Moonlighting. Oh boy, yes, yes. Ace of Cups. New beginning in love. Major love. Major, a new relationship. Yes? Yeah, it could have. There is an underlying energy here of love and, and commitment and emotion. We have this, so it's society and the network and a lot of communication back and forth. But there was, there was love. There was emotions here with the Ace of Cups. This is a brand new beginning in love and emotions. Lovers, after that is the Lovers. The next card is the Lovers. And that is, that could be soulmates. That's a partnership. It was there, it was there. All right, let's see what else. I'm going to clarify the cards. Let's see what else here. I'm using the Meryl Streep deck tonight. I thought that would be fun because apparently what started, Glenn has talked about this before, that he saw Raul Julia and Meryl Streep in Shakespeare in the Park, and she played Katrina, and in Taming of the Shrew. And that was kind of supposedly, partly Glenn's inspiration for Moonlighting in the first place. Original Philly, yeah, there truly was, there truly was emotions here. There was love here between Bruce and Cybill. Despite what the media has said, despite what everybody else said, despite even what some of the writers and some of the people on the show, there was more there between Bruce and Cybill than just the arguing and the pettiness. That arguing and pettiness doesn't just come from from nowhere. So, all right. Hi, Jamie. How are you? I see Jamie here. All right, let's see. All right, clarify the Hierophant for me. Let's see. Clarify this Hierophant society kind of energy here. If whether tired buzz, Jamie. Good for you. All right, let's see. Clarify the Hierophant energy here. Page of Wands. They wanted to take action despite the difficulties of society, the network, the pressure, and everything else. There was passion. They wanted to start something. They wanted to. Yeah, it was Seven of Cups. They were weighing their options. In the beginning, options also with other people as well, but they were weighing their options, and they wanted to take action in their attractions and feelings for each other. Let's see this Knight of Swords. What is this fast-moving communication? A lot of thinking about each other here. Clarify. Let me see what's the dominant energy here? There was a walking away here, and as we know, they did do that. Ace of Wands, brand new beginning, powerful brand new beginning. Passionate, creative, brand new beginning. Again, 2 aces already. That's a brand new cycle. That's a brand new beginning. The energy was absolutely there for quite some time that, they could have gotten into a committed relationship. All right, let me see what, and we had, it looks like on the bottom of the deck, we had the 3 of Cups. This is dating, networking, friendships. Yeah, I wanted to date each other. They, I think yes, already I'm going to say, yeah. Already it's looking like, yeah, Ace of Cups already with 3 of Cups on the bottom of the deck here. Brand new beginning in dating and relationships and, and love here, solid love here. So yeah, already, it looks like if they hadn't let their problems get in the way, they probably would have gave it a go, I think. That's what it's looking like here. All right, let's see. Okay. I want to see what the sun is here. Let me see what this sun is. 6 of Swords and the Strength card. Getting out of stormy waters. They could have solved their problems. They could have. If they wanted to really work on it, Bruce and Cybill could have worked on their problems. There was the opportunity. And if they had strength and if they were brave and if they really put, the work in, and there was real potential here for them to, work through their issues. There was potential there for them to work through their issues. There really was. I don't know. I lost my page of Pentacles here. Not sure what happened to it. Kind of disappeared on me. But, we're going to stick with this, Page of Pentacles is, again, money. So, but let's focus on here with this sun here. And, we have the 8 of Wands. This is fast-moving energy, fast energy. Taking fast action. Yeah, they would have dated. They would have dated. Despite, the rest of it, it was there. It was there. The energy, the feelings, the passion, the attraction, and I think the friendship too, because we've heard people from the show say, oh, they turn the mic off and they sit in the car and they'd be talking to each other. And I believe they said that in one of our, I forget, Diana might recalled who said that in one of our interviews in Moonlighting Strangers fanzine at our website, moonlighting21.com. And Lovely Lee says, I always believed that Glenn and the network put pressure on them not to get together. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And this is a very interesting new turn of events, because up till now, it's been, the pentacle energy has been very strong in stopping them. But this is very interesting because, yeah, I think you're right. I think the network, and as we even heard, Glenn say, the network said, but just don't get them together. Nobody will believe it. So maybe the network was, and we know that Glenn has also said in the Memories of Moonlighting, he was joking around. He was saying, like, one of the head of the networks was like, if you don't get this under control, I'm going to take a Uzi. So that might have been part of it, that they were afraid for Bruce and Cybill to get together because they were afraid for the show. I wish I was Buzz No Wine Coolers, Original Philly says. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We have 10 people right now. Alan Arkush said it, yes. And Alan Arkush has just been terrific. He's done some wonderful promos, and he did a great live stream for our Facebook, Moonlighting 21 Facebook group last year. And yeah. So he had said that they would sit in the car and they would turn their microphones off and they would talk to each other. So there was a lot of potential for them to get together, and it could have been Bruce that could have had the babies. It could have been him. It could have been them having having a child together, and it still have interrupted the show, but. Would it have made a difference? He still would have done Die Hard, right? What do you guys think? If Cybill had gotten pregnant, she still wanted to have a baby, and she had gotten pregnant by Bruce in like the end of the third season, and she had to go off the show. Would it have made a difference? I mean, I guess. Because Glenn wouldn't have been as angry, I guess, because he would have been on the side of Bruce, right? If Bruce and Cybill were expecting a child. Love It Lee says, Christina Naylor, thank you for joining. Are there any TV shows out there where the two main characters dated? You bet. Yeah, interesting that you asked that. So Riverdale, Cole Sprouse and Lily Reinhart, they dated for several years. And just the other day, I don't know if you guys are Cobra Kai fans, but it's a great show. They just wrapped up the 6th season. The night that the cast went on the red carpet, Mary Mouser and Taylor Buchanan, they came out. Not only did they come out with their relationship, but they announced that they're engaged. So, yeah. There is. There also, I suspect that, I don't know if you watch One Piece, but I'm very suspicious that Anaki Godoy and Emily Rudd are dating as well. So yes, it happens all the time. And Lovely says, and then they decided to put it off until after the show. Then Cybill got pregnant, and that pissed Bruce off. It messed up their plan. Yeah, Original Philly says, nice. Arkush is great. I mentioned that trying to get Moonlighting in the ATX TV Festival, his 40th. Original Philly says, who knows where that might have gone, huh? Right, exactly. Yeah. I think the fighting was from the long hours and stress of making the show. Yeah, that was part of it, I think. Yes. There are rumors that the Lees and Castle either dated or hooked up. Yeah, I know that there was a lot of Nathan Fillion, I think, wanted to leave the show. That was a good show too, and it was supposed to be kind of inspired by Moonlighting. I know Nathan Fillion really wanted to be off the show towards the end. I think he got tired of it. The interesting thing is about Mary Mouser and Taylor Buchanan announcing their engagement at the very end of the show is, back in the day, there was only a couple of networks. And, we're not going to see as much of this kind of, with Moonlighting ended, they knew at the very last minute they couldn't even finish all the episodes of filming. And nowadays, especially with the bigger streaming shows, they know way beforehand when their last season is. They give them the time. The big shows, like Stranger Things and Cobra Kai, they know beforehand, and they know when it's going to end, and they can plan accordingly. And therefore, the actors can plan accordingly as well in, how they want to handle things. So I think we're going to see a lot more of this. Actors date all the time, and some of them do wind up together. So it's very hard. It's very hard to be, in a relationship as actors, but it does happen. And sometimes it lasts for quite a while, and they have children and everything. So, I think we're going to see a lot more celebrity actors in these bigger streaming shows hiding their relationships more, and, kind of coming out based off where the show is. I think a lot of them are not going to come out with their relationships until either they're expecting a child or they are going to get married. I think a lot of them are going to try to keep their relationship even more secret, than they used to, because of the paparazzi, because of social media and everything else. And I don't blame them. It's very hard. There's so much pressure, on being out in an open relationship. So if Bruce and Cybill had dated, oh my God, the press would have been, oh my gosh, so up their butts. And Chris is Philly. Original Philly says, nice archives is great. Mentioned the trying to get Moonlighting ATX. Yep. All right. So I'm going to use some oracle cards here, and I mean, look at this energy on the bottom of the deck, guys. Brand new beginning in love, fast moving energy. My goodness. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was definitely there. I do think they would have gotten together if it wasn't for the problems. Yeah, I think they would have. It looks like it from what I'm seeing here. And like you said, the network probably, they put pressure on them to not date, and not to, they were afraid. It turns out probably it was worse that they didn't date, because then they fought even worse, probably. I don't know, but yeah, there was definitely potential there. I will never buy, after seeing all these interviews and Cybill over and over and over talking about their relationship. Had Bruce and Cybill announced that they were together, they would have never gotten a moment of peace. The rags mags were already on them constantly. Yeah, love Elise, absolutely. It would have been a power couple. Absolutely, Diana. Jamie, I wonder if Bruce would have had to change a bit because she had a kid and he didn't want to. Yeah, that's the other thing I've seen in the readings. Like I said in my other readings, children were a big factor in them not getting together. I suspect that Cybill having a child, Clementine, she was about 6 or 7 when they first started, probably intimidated Bruce because he was only like 29. And then Cybill got pregnant with another guy, who was named Bruce, by the way. And she divorced him, I think, at the end of the show. So it's very strange. All right, I want to see, we're going to use love oracle cards. What else about their relationship, and if they would have gotten together. Getting clarity, seeing through lies, being real with yourself, accepting the truth. Okay, and breakup. Grieving your loss, feeling lonely, processing heartbreak. So interesting. Yeah, I mean, I know that he was dating Sherry Rivera, and it didn't seem like he was very interested in her. I mean, they did break up in a way because they didn't consummate their relationship during the pilot. So, could they needed to get past that. They needed to get past the breakup, and I don't know if, Bruce felt rejected or Cybill felt rejected, and then they made bad choices, but, so let's see what else here. I want to see what else. Let's see what else here. You know what? I want to see, I'm going to use these oracle cards. I want to see what else about this Hierophant. Let me see what else about this Hierophant. Let's see. I wonder if they wanted more kids and the other didn't. Jamie says, probably Cybill. That's why she went with Bruce. Lovely says. Interesting that he didn't want kids and he has 5 now. Yeah, Christina, right? It's crazy. All right, let me see else about this Hierophant and this Page of Wands energy of whether they would have gotten together. Let me see about this Page of Wands. What's this Hierophant energy? Show me the dominant energy of what this Hierophant is. Let me see. Yeah, mature woman. And a wealthy man. There they are. Cybill's 5 years older than Bruce. So it's not that much. But, she was, 34? So she's a mature woman when, they started filming the pilot. So, I mean, yeah, they were both in this. There were feelings, with both of them. Let's see. Knight of Swords with this, let's see here. Knight of Swords. Let me see what else with this Knight of Swords here. Let me see what else with this Knight of Swords here. Let me see what else with this Knight of Swords here. Let me see. What else with the Knight of Swords energy here? Mature man. I mean, could be, Bruce maybe, but yeah, I mean, 29, 30, but into his 30s with the rest of, Moonlighting, high honor. I mean, we know from suppose I haven't read Demi's book, but supposedly, Bruce was kind of old-fashioned. He wanted Demi to stay home with the kids and not work as much. Christina said, let's say I have a feeling more happened between them than they have said. It's I've done several readings. I mean, I could do another reading. I don't know. Okay, so I mean, they're both here. Let's see what the Sun is. Clarify the Sun with this 6, with the 6 of Swords and the Strength. I believe that's more of the Swords, the Knight of Swords energy. But let's see what this is. Courtship, dating, wealthy man. I think Bruce wanted it at one time more than Cybill. I think it, and I saw it in the other reading too. I saw it in the reading that you can watch on our YouTube channel. I think Bruce wanted it more of a commitment, more than Cybill at one time. I think that's what it looks like to me, Yeah, and I think then after Cybill kind of, I think, got over her jealousy of his star rising and everything, then she realized she wanted to be with him, and it was too late, way too late. Yeah, there he is. Yep. So, with this bright sunny energy, yeah. And this is into the future. This is into the future. This is more into. Excuse me. This is more. This is more into the longer term. Into their relationship, courtship. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really honestly think they would have dated. Maybe could have even had a long-term relationship. It's possible. Um, the biggest question for me about them is because we've heard that Bruce wanted, Debbie to stay home and he's more old-fashioned. It would have taken a lot for Cybill to to be able to compromise with him on this. And I can imagine that Bruce and Debbie probably got into some big fights about this. I imagine. I mean, obviously, their children were always their most important to them. I mean, they moved to Idaho and everything, I think, to protect their children and try to give them more of a normal life. But I mean, we got an Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, and a wealthy man here with this courtship. So let's see what you guys are saying. I agree with Jamie. I think they hit a lot more than they will admit. Yeah, lovely. So I agree with you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Jamie, of my necklace. Yeah, it's a butterfly. I've been reading a lot. I've been wearing it a lot in my readings lately. If you like this video, guys, please like and like it as well. So hit that like button. Smash that like button, please, before this reading is through tonight. I also want to mention that now until the 21st, I am offering a special for a 50% off one reading package from personal tarot card readings. And I'd love to read for you guys. I've had the pleasure of reading for a couple of you guys in the Moonlighting group. And I'd love to, read for more of you guys. And it's the coupon code is Valentine ML, all in caps. All right. Lovely. Joe, you can do a reading sometime about what Bruce Cybill talked about when they were sitting together at the roast. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I like that idea. Yeah, and from what I heard, after they filmed the commentaries, the DVD commentaries, Bruce contacted Cybill and he wanted to see her. And Cybill, for whatever reason, wasn't available or something. I don't know. I don't know. All right. I'm going to do one more oracle card and let's see. I got two more. All right. And then we got to wrap this up by 10 o'clock. All right, guys. All right. So maybe a little bit before that. All right. Another 10 minutes. All right. What else about Bruce and Cybill? Would they have wound up together? Would they have committed to each other? Would they have entered into a romantic relationship? Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Well, this is definitely Bruce. That's Bruce. As we said, he is more old-fashioned. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Yeah, there you go. Feelings were real and worth exploring. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Yeah. Yeah. Chemistry. Boy, did they have that. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. You bet. And on the bottom of the deck, unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep the relationship going. Well, there definitely was, obviously here. So that's, but I don't agree with that about the not enough love chemistry. That's not true. But yes, unfortunately, it became unrequited. At the very least, in terms of this becoming a serious, romantic, committed relationship. So, yeah. All right. One more. Let's see. One more. All right. What else about their relationship? Would they have wound up together? Was the energy there? Palm tree, stability, security, performance, growth, endurance, flexibility. So yeah, there was a tree that could have been planted. Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. Yeah. They could have built this. It could have grown. And if they had changed their minds, their relationship could have had a phoenix, spiritual, experience, that if they had let go of what had stopped them in the beginning and had gotten through their problems, lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation. Well, obviously, Cybill getting pregnant by another guy was very shocking. It probably shocked Bruce, even though Cybill had, had her affairs, like Don Johnson or whatever it is. He probably shocked the hell out of him that she went ahead and got pregnant, out of nowhere, basically, during the height of the show. That is trying to make dinner and type. Cybill sings a song called Abner More Night, and she talks about them being in love and they took more than they were willing to give. Maybe that was Bruce she was singing about very much. Yeah, I mean, there's nobody that Cybill talks about more than Bruce. Nobody. And she never, like I said, talks about her husbands, David Ford or Bruce Oppenheimer. She divorced them very quickly after she had her children with them. And she never talks about anything about romantic about them. Nothing. It's always Bruce this and Bruce that, and, how much she enjoyed kissing him. And for the record, I'm going to say this, I don't agree with Cybill, okay, in regards to chemistry. That it was if they had slept together, if they had gotten romantically involved, they wouldn't have chemistry with each other. I'm sorry, that's BS. That's not true. There's been plenty of actors that dated and did movies together and TV shows, and their chemistry is great. So that's nonsense as far as I'm concerned. If the attraction and the love and the respect and the trust and the friendship is there, the chemistry is there. If two people have chemistry together, they're not going to lose it just because, they had, they had sex, they consummated their relationship. That's nonsense. In my opinion, this is coping, and Cybill, this is her way of, trying to, be okay with, trying to be, make peace with the fact that her and Bruce never, they never pursued it. They never pursued a romantic relationship with each other. And in my opinion, don't have regrets. Don't have regrets in life. If you meet somebody that you're passionate about, you meet somebody that really sparks, that part of you, in your heart, and it makes those butterflies fly. Then, if you're single and then they're single, you got to go for it. You can't let these opportunities pass you by. Let's see. Lovely says that story was just her cover up. They had more together than they admitted. It's possible. Like I said, I've seen that they communicated a lot and, throughout the show. I think they were talking on the phone. If it was the age of digital, they probably would have been texting each other and maybe even sexting with each other. You never know. So follow your heart and your gut. Absolutely original, Philly. All right, I'm gonna use the last one I got here. All right, I want to see what else about the Hierophant and the Page of Wands here. Woman again, Cybill. And it's a woman, mature woman and woman. Yeah. Cybill was a little bit more worried about what the network thought. It looks like Cybill was more concerned about, what would happen with the network, what would happen with the show, even more than Bruce. I think he was a little bit less worried about it. He was a little bit more free-spirited in that way. Even though Bruce is very private and everything, he wanted to go for it. I think Bruce wanted to go for it more. But time stopped them. Again, time stopped them. worrying about long term and not, not giving into their passion and their feelings for each other and their attraction. Time got in the way. I think it's Cybill. We've heard it on both sides in interviews that Cybill said maybe we shouldn't do this. We could be working together for a long time. I think it is Cybill. I don't think it was Bruce. I think it was Cybill. I think she was more worried. This was her big second break. It was first his big break, Bruce's first big break, and it was Cybill's, really first breakthrough, second breakthrough in her career, comeback, in her career after some of the movies that she made didn't do well, unfortunately. And in her breakup with Peter Bogdanovich, which, by the way, I never got. I don't see the appeal in that man at all. But whatever, Love Elise. Oh, that sounds like a great fanfic. Sex to each other. It does, right? Yeah. All right. Let's see what the Knight of Swords, Six of Swords, strength energy is with this mature man. What else about this? Mice. Loss. Again, Bruce. Loss. Felt more of the loss. Thought about it more. Maybe wanted to get out of the sixes, that stormy waters with her, and wanted to be a little more, had a little more strength in him. That's probably why he was so, at times immature and everything else, and acting up, supposedly on the set and stuff like that, than her, mooning everybody and stuff, supposedly. He didn't act the best. But on the bottom of the deck, the well, depth. It's deeper here than we've heard. It's deeper. It was deeper for Bruce than we've heard, than he's said the whole time. We're never going to know. But I think Bruce felt more of the loss, especially when she got pregnant. Remember that we have that picture of her and Bruce with Bruce Oppenheim holding the bottle of liquor. He's in the middle, and Cybill's on one side and Bruce Oppenheim's on the other. Awkward, majorly awkward. Majorly awkward. All right, this is the last one, guys. The sun. All right, the sun. In the future, towards more into moonlighting. What is this energy with the courtship here? What else about the sun and courtship with their relationship? If it would have become a committed romantic relationship. Birds, society, news, communication, sarcophagus, endings, transformation, endings. Well, I mean, it did end. So it would have society, and we didn't have social media, but the news, they would have been a big problem for Bruce and Cybill. To be able to sustain a romantic relationship would have been very difficult. So, there was a potential for, it starts with society here with the Hierophant, and it ends with these birds, more of the news, more of the mainstream media. Could have been a big, huge problem if Bruce and Cybill had, obviously, and we've said that, in the chat, if they had gotten together romantically, it would have been a huge problem. And it could have ended it. It very well could have ended it. It ends a lot of relationships, which is why, like I said, Mary Mouser and Tanner Buchanan kept their relationship secret all these years. I think they've been dating for 3 years, supposedly, from Cobra Kai. So isn't that interesting? I want to see one more. Let me see one more. I don't want to leave on this one. What else about the birds, the courtship, and the sun here? One more. Clarify. We got the birds again with this house. So communication. Again. Cage with the key. They could have made it work for them. despite, the potential to end the relationship, they still could have made it work. They could have spun it. They could have used the mainstream media to their advantage, to try to, help their relationship to, keep, uncage, their feelings for each other, and but it was caged up, their feelings for each other and their relationship. So, yeah, what was caged up? This opportunity that was there for them, with this passion, these two new beginnings here, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. There was opportunity. There's fast-moving energy with the Eight of Wands. They come right out here, Bruce and Cybill, consistently. So, yes, they would have wound up together if they didn't let their problems and the show get in the way. They had their chances. They had their opportunities. They could have had a Phoenix situation with the energy that they could have. The true Hollywood story, Bruce and Cybill. You bet, Christina. Absolutely. Yes, my opinion is, from the energy I saw here, yes, they would have. Yes. I think I see the energy here. Yeah, they would have. Yeah, they would have. They would have, if they hadn't let things get in the way, their problems, their egos, all the rest of it. Yes, they would have entered into a serious relationship. And maybe it could have lasted. Maybe. But they definitely would have entered into a serious relationship and dated for a while through the show, I think. Yes. And you have to wonder what would have happened with Demi. If he was with Cybill, what would have happened with Debbie? Would he have left Cybill for Debbie? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think he would have left Cybill for Debbie? We'll never know. We'll never know. But yes. Yeah. Yep. I think so. Yeah. Yes, I think they could have really had something. It's very sad. It's very sad. So, moral of the story, guys, is if you meet somebody, I know we all think that we're going to meet, several people that we have connections with, especially when we're younger. But the truth is that we only meet really a couple of people that, we really have a connection with, that everything is there. And you gotta go for it. You can't let these opportunities pass you by, right? So, Lovely says, I think that as much as David and Maddie's story is a tragic story, Bruce and Cybill's even more so. Absolutely. Absolutely, Lovely. I agree with you. Yeah, it's sad. All right, guys. So please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. And I will be doing more tarot readings on Bruce and Cybill and Moonlighting in the near future. I've got some ideas, and yeah, isn't this interesting? Right? I have to say I'm a little surprised, because I didn't know, based off of what I was seeing. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. And more readings to come. Again, my website, progressivetarot.com, coupon Valentine ML, 50% off a personal tarot reading. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks. Have a good night. Thank you.